Welcome back to Packs and Picks, and welcome back to our Star Wars Unlimited Advent Calendar event. If you've just tuned in, what we've been doing this month is opening packs every day, adding to an ever-growing pool of cards with the ultimate goal of building a constructed deck for Star Wars Unlimited. And we're 9 packs in, we're halfway through our little Advent calendar, so I thought it'd be a good time to check in and see the deck that I've got going so far, talk about some of the cards in the pool, and talk about what I'm going to be looking for in the packs that we open in the coming days. So let's get right into it. One of the things that I went to first when I was doing deck building was the couple copies of Asajj Ventress that we opened, along with Count Dooku. And my first thought was, okay, do we have the exploit deck here? Do we have a red something exploit deck? And I started looking through the cards, looking for those enablers, looking for a lot of battle droid tokens. And I just don't think we've got it there, unfortunately. We had maybe like half a dozen, 7 cards across all the aspects that gave us some of those battle droid tokens. And really not enough, I feel like, to fill out a full constructed deck. So if we were to go that direction, I think yellow would be the way to go. We've got things like Droid Cohort. Cohort is kind of a cute way to do it. We got Rush Clovis, one of our rares, that helps enable it. And we got 2 copies of On the Doorstep. So these are really the enablers in yellow that we have, and what we would use, I think, if we were to go with the, really lean into the exploit deck in red and yellow. We've also got Malevolence. That's one of our big space units with exploit, one of our rares. And you can do some cute things with the aspect penalty and exploit if we wanted to really lean heavily into that. But I just don't think that the deck is quite there enough to really commit to an exploit strategy. And yeah, you can use some of your cheaper units as they kind of overstay their welcome in the game and sacrifice them to get your Count Dooku out a little bit sooner. But I really like the idea of leaning on those battle droids and trying to really make that strategy work. Now, that said, if we do open more red villainy, yellow villainy, blue villainy cards in future packs, it might be worth it just to go down this deck anyway. And that's definitely something that I'm going to be looking for as we open more packs. But for right now, these guys are going to sit in the sideboard, just with kind of an earmark for me as we open more packs. So with that being said, where we go from there, one of the things I do look at when with any sealed pool is look for removal and interaction with my opponent's units. And in this pool, we actually had very little interaction out of hand. So we didn't have any vanquishes or takedowns, strike true, any of those burn spells that you would expect, things like open fire. And that made it a little more tricky to build the pool. But what I think we ended up with ultimately is pretty good. Now, the deck that I like the look of the most is yellow-green heroism. And as fate would have it, we just don't have the leaders in heroism to support that. We're still a little cramped as far as aspects go on our leaders. So the green-yellow heroism deck is still out of our reach. And that's definitely something I'm going to be looking for in future packs. So if we open a green hero or a yellow hero leader, I'm definitely going to be thinking about swapping the deck around to get into that green-yellow heroism build. But as it currently stands, we're going to go with a blue-green heroism build with Rey. And in part because I think a lot of the units that we do have in green and blue are 2 or less power already. And they're pretty good units already to begin with. So giving them that extra experience token, being able to turn on Rey more often, I think is what's going to give us the benefit by going with Rey as our leader. So I'll go ahead and lay out the deck that I've got right now. Try to get it all on camera because there is a lot of cards in a Star Wars Unlimited deck. Just lay it out by a resource curve here, and then talk about some of the things that I like about this deck. All right, so not going to be able to see all the units here, but one of the things you'll notice is we've got a ton of 2 resource cost units, probably a few more than I would like. But one of the things that is nice about this is a lot of these units have 2 power already, 2 or less power already. So they're ready to receive that extra experience counter from Rey, and I like that a lot. One of the characters units that we have 2 copies of the Republic Tactical Officer. So this is one of those action compression style cards. When you play it, you get to attack with another unit. If it's a Republic unit, it gets +2/+0. So I really like that. Similarly, we've got the Adelphi Patrol Wing with a similar effect. So I do like having 3 of these effects in the pool. And one of the reasons why I wanted to go into Green Heroism is because we have those synergies there. We do have a decent number of Republic units in the deck, so being able to use the Tactical Officer will be great. Another card that I like a lot, especially in sealed events or sealed like pools like ours, is Heroes on Both Sides. We have 2 copies of this card. Choose a Republic unit, choose a Separatist unit, and give them both +2/+2. Because this is a sealed pool, ultimately, and just a really big sealed pool, we do have Separatist and Republic units in the pool. So I do think the chances that we'll get to trigger both of these units is pretty good for us. So that's why I like Heroes on Both Sides in Limited. And then we do have a couple of our interaction cards. So we do have Hello There. This is one of the removal type spells or events that we have access to. And then we got some little things like Disruptive Burst that we can use if our opponent is using like battle droids, for instance. So that's the version of the deck we've got right here. A couple other good cards in here, of course, you can see, but that's what we're going with right now. And I want to end the video by opening up our 10th pack, our next pack in our advent calendar. We're in the middle of Shadows of the Galaxy, so we're going to open up a Shadows of the Galaxy pack and see what we're going to add to the pool. We're looking for that green or yellow Heroism Leader. Oh, and we got it. So we got ourselves Hunter, Green Heroism Leader. So you can bet that I'm going to be looking at this and seeing if we can't make that green-yellow Heroism deck work. But let's see what else we got in this pack. All right, so we got an Outflank, Gentle Giant, Housecast Soldier, Moisture Farmer, Timely Intervention, Desperado Freighter, Resourceful Pursuers, Bounty Guild Initiate, Wanted, Cripple Authority, Frozen in Carbonite, Karaz Heavy Fighter, and we got the Mandalorian, our legendary. Sweet. So it's in blue, so maybe we stay in blue for now at least. So we got the Mandalorian, and our foil is a Hawk 290 Freighter. And that's our 10th pack in our advent calendar. Let me know what you think of this build. Let me know what you think of the cards we just opened. Is that going to change your mind on the direction of the build that you want to see? And stick around because tomorrow we're opening up another pack for this pool. I will see you there. Happy holidays.